Newton H. Rattus presents This Week in History for the week of February 21st through the 27th. February 21st, 1848. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels published the Communist Manifesto. Marx and Engels, both Germans, penned the manifesto at the request of the Communist League of London. Published during the Industrial Revolution, it sought to make the working class of the day aware of their status and unite against those who sought to exploit them. The manifesto advanced 10 tenets, or planks, which were to be used in the formation of a proletarian state. Among them are the abolition of private property, government-funded education, and the implementation of a heavy progressive or graduated income tax. Coincidentally, on February 25, 1913, the 16th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution was ratified, which authorized the federal government to, quote, lay and collect taxes on incomes from whatever source derived, without apportionment among the several states, and without regard to any census or enumeration. Feel free to draw whatever conclusions you wish from these completely unrelated historical events. February 22nd, 1879. Frank Winfield Woolworth opens his first 5 and 10 cent store in Utica, New York. Woolworth began his retail career as a merchandiser and display designer, and he got the idea for a bargain merchandise store after seeing how well 5 and 10 cent clearance items sold. The Utica store saw limited success, but upon relocating to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, his business took off rapidly. For the next 40 years, Frank Woolworth oversaw the expansion of his retail empire, and at the time of his death in April 1919, there were over 1,100 Woolworth stores across North America and Great Britain. Today, many chain stores such as Walmart, Target, and Family Dollar carry on the traditions of Woolworth's original business. However, the phrase 5 and dime no longer refers to the prices of the merchandise, but rather the size of the raises they give their hardest working employees. February 23, 1993. Gary Coleman wins a $1.3 million lawsuit against his parents. Coleman rocketed to Hollywood stardom as the precocious Arnold Jackson on the TV series Different Strokes. Despite being the highest-paid actor on television during the show's peak, he lost most of his fortune due to mismanagement by his adoptive parents and business manager. But after a court battle that lasted over 4 years, a judge finally ordered Coleman's parents to pay back all of the money they stole. Sadly, most of that judgment went to cover legal costs, and Coleman filed for bankruptcy in 1999. To add insult to injury, shortly after news of the decision reached the media, Coleman was approached by a 15-year-old Kanye West, asking for $500,000 so he could make, quote, a really cool February 26th, 1919 and 1929. 2 United States national parks are established. The Grand Canyon in 1919 and Grand Teton National Park in 1929. The Grand Canyon, formed by erosion from the Colorado River, stretches for 277 miles across northern Arizona. Many visitors say the best view of the canyon is from the south rim, with its dramatic views of the deep inner gorge. Grand Teton National Park, located near Jackson Hole, Wyoming, is one of the more popular destinations for mountain climbers in the United States. It also affords visitors opportunities for hiking, horseback riding, whitewater rafting, and viewing its vastly diverse wildlife. In 2014, both national parks combined to attract over 7.5 million visitors from around the world. The only Grand Peaks and Giant Hole that receive more attention are the ones in Pamela Anderson's nude centerfold spreads. February 27, 1964. The Italian government begins accepting suggestions on how to keep the renowned Leaning Tower of Pisa from collapsing. At the time, the tower stood 17 feet off vertical, and experts warned that a powerful earthquake or storm could topple it completely. The first 2 attempts to stabilize the tower in 1966 and 1985 actually caused it to tilt even more. But in 1999, engineers began a slow extraction of soil from the tower's north side, and by the time the famed tourist attraction reopened in December 2001, its inclination had been reduced by over 18 inches. Experts estimate that this reversal will keep the tower standing for another 300 years. Similarly, in 2013, a call went out from the U.S. government for suggestions on how to keep Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi's facelift from collapsing. So, what milestone in African American history occurred on February 29, 1940? Tune in next week when Newton H. Rattus presents another installment of This Week in History!